Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Good. All right. Well, welcome to the Stand Comedy Club in Edinburgh, and we're here to play the game where you, the audience, help me to decide who's good, who's bad, and who's ugly. I'm your host, Richard Melvin. Yay! It's going to be great tonight. Okay. Well, first up, please welcome to the stage Team 1, Joe Caulfield and Ian Rankin. Ian Rankin. Got it. And playing against them this week, it's Keir McAllister and Susan Cowman. Right, okay, we're going to start with round 1 in this game, and this round is a quickfire round called Beatles or Stones, and it's a game designed for us to get to know some of the panel a little bit better. So first up, from Team 1, we've got Ian Rankin. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rankin. How are you, Ian?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Nervous, don't be. Is this what you imagined it to be like?
Well, I've only ever been there, looking up here, and this is much more nerve-wracking than being down there.
Well, don't worry about it. You'll be absolutely fine, I'm sure.
As long as the knees don't go, I'll be fine.
Yeah, just bounce, Bob.
If they do, I'll start using Susan's microphone.
Okay, right. Well, this is a game, as I say, it's designed for us to get to know you a little bit better. No right answer or wrong answer, no good answer or bad answer, just your answer. Okay, so quick fire questions. First up, John Lennon or Keith Richards?
Keith Richards.
Okay, James Bond or Star Wars?
James Bond. Yeah.
Right, so Bond fans in. Location, or come dine with me?
Oh. It's got to be come dine with me as long as Kirsty's one of the guests.
Ah, right, okay, big Kirsty Allsop fan.
Yeah. Next.
Peter Stringfellow or the Crankies?
Oh. It's got to be the Crankies. It's got to be the Crankies.
Really?
Especially after recent revelations.
Okay.
Who would have thought they had a better sex life than Peter Stringfellow?
Okay, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival or Edinburgh without all the tourists?
Edinburgh International Book Festival. Cheat.
That's not the question, sir. I'm going to have to press you.
Yeah, all right. Then it would have to be the festival.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nobody agrees with that.
Yeah.
Okay, the Maltese Falcon or the Simpsons?
Well, since the Simpsons have just invited Julian Assange on, I'm going to have to go for the Maltese Falcon.
Okay, fair enough. Up the Junction or Cool for Cats?
Both got great lyrics.
Yeah, these are big, important questions.
Yeah, they are.
It's
It's
to
tough
the bottom of it
one.
here.
Up the Junction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ed Miliband or Ed Balls?
I can't have Steve Miliband, no. I'm a big fan of lasagna, so I'm going to go for Ed Balls. You don't know this, but he has special lasagna nights. Him and his wife are friends round for lasagna.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Apparently it's very good lasagna.
Okay. Need to get the recipe. Flesh Market Close or Mary King's Close?
Mary King's Close is, they've done a really good job of that as a tourist attraction, and it is really, really creepy. So I would go for Mary King's Close. Flesh Market Close is all right, but there's not a lot to do when you get there.
Right, okay.
Except end up at the back of Waverley Station.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, now we're in the realms of electric guitar music now. And here we go, here's a big important question again. Heavy strumming or a little bit of light fingering?
I think there's a place in the world for both, but I do prefer the light fingering myself. Yeah.
Perfect. I think we'd all agree.
I think we'd all agree.
I think we would all agree, yes. Okay, final question for you. Professor Plum in the kitchen with the revolver or Miss Scarlet in the bedroom with a candlestick?
Depends what she's doing with the candlestick. I think I'll go with Miss Scarlet with the candlestick. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
Ian Rankin, thank you very much indeed. I think we feel like we know you a little bit better now, and for what you said about the candlestick, I'm going to give you 7 points. 7 points. Right. Okay. Now from Team 2, please welcome Susan Kalman.
Hello.
Hi.
Hiya.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm quite nervous about being on the stage with Ian Rankin.
He's nervous about being on this.
No, look at this. See, I'm grabbing it. It's like a woman. Carry on. Fingering questions, bring them. I'll ace these.
I'm sure you're more of a heavy strummer, I imagine. Okay, first question. We've got to get on with this, Susan. We've got to get on with this. Yellow Submarine or Painted Black?
Yellow Submarine.
Okay, Elton John or Kiki D?
Well, there's absolutely no competition there. When I was a teenager, I modelled myself on Kiki D. I had a pink silk flying suit, which repelled all comers. So I would say Kiki D straight down the line.
Perfect. The Jolly Green Giant or an Oompa Loompa? Susan, I didn't write that. I did not write that. That was written for me by someone. No, I wrote that.
Well, I'm going to reinterpret the question myself and say Jolly Green Giant, because that was the first toy shop that was opened in Glasgow in Knightswood. So Jolly Green Giant. Thank you very much indeed.
Glasgow. Fancy.
Nobody here knows that, Susan.
The X Factor or Britain's Got Talent?
Oh, no. I'm going to enter Britain's Got Talent with my 4 cats in a troupe called the Catrabats. And I've been training them now for 9 years. And now they sit and look at me with disdain. So hopefully in another 10 years, I'll get them to do a loop-the-loop or something, or maybe just get up. So I would say I don't like the X Factor because I think it's entirely sanitised kind of rubbish. So I'm going to say Britain's Got Talent because one day I hope to win.
Okay, good. Sarah Beanie or Kirsty Allsop?
No, there's no question. Don't ooh this one. Kirsty all the way. I'm with Ian. Jeez, they peeps.
Ian, what do you think?
Yeah.
Kirsty,
no
Kirsty,
question.
man. I like Sarah Beanie.
Brunettes. No,
I like Sarah Beanie.
I'm not saying you didn't say who do you hate. You said which one would you take, and if it was a lift. And I had to say to one of them, come into Susan's lift, and I had to say to one of them, you're not allowed in Susan's lift, then it would be Kirsty that would be allowed into my lift.
And what does the lift represent?
Yep.
Okay, next question. We'll move on. Sandy Toksvig or Sue Perkins?
No. I have to say, because I love her, I love both of them equally, but one I love a little bit more in a very wrong way, in that one of my first ever, I can't say that.
Are we back in your lift?
Yeah. I remember watching Sandy Toksvig on number 73 in a pair of red dungarees and thinking, I think I'm a lesbian, so... I would like to... I've stayed on her boat. She's got a lovely boat. That's not a euphemism. I've stayed on Sandy Toksvig's boat, and it was one of the finest nights of my life. That'll be a chapter in the autobiography. So I'm going to go Sandy all the way. Sandy Toksvig all the way. Yes.
She's my cousin. Sandy.
Shut up, is she?
Her Auntie Daphne's my Auntie Daphne.
Thank God I didn't say what the whole story dream was.
And Auntie Daphne's here tonight.
It's quite rare you've had a dirty dream about someone's cousin that's on stage. I didn't.
Okay, the Glasgow Comedy Festival or the Edinburgh Comedy Festival?
Well, okay, so the Edinburgh Festival I've been punched in the face by a punter, and the Glasgow Comedy Festival I've had quite nice shows. I love them both dearly, but I'm going to say Glasgow Comedy Festival. Yeah. 2 Ouija's, just 2 Ouija's in, the rest of you are going to turn any minute.
Yes. Brains or beauty?
Brains.
Okay.
I didn't mean that. No, brains. I love a geek.
Okay. Watching yourself on TV or listening to yourself on the radio?
I prefer to do neither, to be honest. On television I look like a shiny potato, and on the radio I go, hello, my name's Stephen Cowman. So I prefer to stab myself in the face than either. But if I have to do either, I'd rather not watch essentially Wee Jimmy Cranky, which is myself on television. So I'd rather listen to myself on the radio.
Okay, fair enough. The Megabus or the Virgin train?
Like there's a competition. I got a megabus once to Manchester for £1 and it was like Speed, the film. It was the most distressing experience of my life. The guy stopped at the coach station and shouted, "You got 5 minutes, then we're fucking leaving!"
Okay,
At least on the train they don't shout that at you. Train.
Okay, train. Okay. Perform a striptease or take part in a naked bungee jump. I've got to press you for an answer here.
I'm going to perform at the striptease. I do it every night here at the Stand Comedy Club.
Okay.
Come, try the veal.
Good things come to those who wait, or good things come in small packages?
Good things come in small packages, clearly.
Fantastic. Well, I think we know her a little bit better now, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't you agree? That's Susan Kalman. I'm going to give your team 5 points at the end of that round, okay? That's 5 points. So that means at the end of round 1, Joe's team has 7 and Keir's team has 5. It's time now for round 2, which this is the round that we like to call the good stuff. So because Ian Rankin is here, one of the UK's leading authors, for this next game, I've asked Joe and Keir to bring along something they've written themselves. It might be interesting, funny, unusual, it could be anything really. We'll all be the judge of that. So first up, please welcome Joe.
Thank you. I'm intrigued by Auntie Daphne. I must say, yeah. So my story is a bit of what I'm going to read is a bit of preamble. I was doing some gigs in Leeds, so I was there for a couple of days, and I went shopping, right? And I went to a shoe shop. Now, I don't want to name the shoe shop, but it rhymes with Clark's, right? So I go into Clark's, and there's a pair of shoes I like, and so I find them, and I go up to find an assistant. It's a bit hard to find one, but I found one. And I said to her, do you have these in a size 6 black, right? At this point, she looked at me for a good 30 seconds, as though she had never been asked that question in her life, right? And then she just looks at me and then she goes, "Oh, do you want me to go and look?" And I was like, "Well, if you don't mind, it's just that I'm not really allowed back there." You know, I was like, what the hell is that, right? So then she goes off, right, disappears for hours. You know when they go back there and you think, I've no idea if they're coming back. I don't know if this transaction is over or what is going on, but she's gone for ages, right? Comes back about 15 minutes later, smelling of fags. Right? And then this is what she says to me. She kind of sort of surlily comes up and she just goes, "Well, we don't have a size 6 black, but we've got a red 3. Do you want these?" And I'm thinking, well, that's ideal. I was going to wear them on my ears. That's perfect. A red 3, right? And this is where I think I'm possibly the idiot, because clearly she has no interest in the job, but I pursued the matter because I did like these shoes. So I said to her, "Well, will you be getting any more of these shoes in?" Again, she stares at me completely uncomprehending, and it was like I could hear her brain turning. And she looks at me and she goes, "Yes. Some days there are more shoes than other days." It's like I had explained the mystery of the delivery day. And then, so I kept trying to sort of pursue it, because I did like them. I was there for a couple of days, so I said, well, you know, trying to find out if they were going to come in, or if could she find out if there was another branch that had them. She couldn't have been less helpful, right? To the point where I got really annoyed, because I have big feet, and if I find comfortable shoes, I will buy a load of them, right? But she couldn't have been less fucking interested, basically. So I have written a letter of complaint to Mr. Clark's, right? So here it is.